Well, good morning, and surprise, surprise, it is not a Saturday. You have not woken up into a strange dimensional world. It is Tuesday, November 4th. Hopefully you've already voted. If not, make sure to get out there and vote. It is important. Chris Brochon is with you, as you could probably tell, for the beginning part of the program, because we have some special guests in the studio with us, a couple newbies, so make them welcome. Of course, if I'm behind the mic, it probably means we're talking about the new Longwood Theatre production, yes. And it is an exciting one. I have two of our star actors from the show, as well as our director who has been with us before, Mr. Jeffrey Todd Parrott. Good morning, all.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm so happy to have you. Jeff, good to have you.
Yes.
Or I should say Todd. We really call him Todd. His dad is Jeff, so he is Todd. So don't get confused. Good to have you back again with us. And good to have you both, ladies. How about you introduce yourself since you are new to our listening audience?
My name is Addie Snyder.
My name's Alyssa Malcolm.
And our play is?
The Spitfire Grill.
Spitfire Grill. Get a little closer, you guys.
Spitfire Grill,
Yeah.
yes. It's a Americana musical. I feel like it's a perfect show for Farmville. It's always been one of my favorite musicals.
It's seasonal.
Yes, it is seasonal. Where it talks about the seasons changing, specifically fall.
Yeah.
So we talk a lot about the fall foliage and the changing of the colors and everything. Based on a movie from 1996, starring Ellen Burstyn, that actually was picked for the Sundance Film Festival that year. And then was later adapted into the musical in 2001. Opened in New York actually in the fall of 2001, and was one of the shows that was really a part of healing the city of New York after September 11th. Because it really is, it's such a warm, sweet story. It's very healing in that way.
Did I remember reading right? It started off Broadway.
Yes.
And then made its way.
Yes.
It became successful.
Yes,
they transferred it.
after the off-Broadway production.
Yeah,
Originally premiered at Playwrights Horizons in New York, which is a kind of like the mainstay for new work in New York City. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of our characters in the show. Addie, who do you play?
I play Percy Talbot.
And give us a little background about Percy.
So Percy is an ex-con. At the start of the musical, she is getting out of prison. It kind of just shows her journey incorporating herself into the town. It's a very small town, so it comes with a lot of troubles, but...
Right here in River City.
Yes. Right. She's a very colorful character, and I think she's just a great person. Awesome.
And Alyssa, who do you play?
I play Hannah Ferguson.
And what is she, or what's her role?
So she is kind of like the matriarch of the town. She owns the Spitfire Grill, which is kind of the central hub of Gilead. And so she's a very sarcastic woman, but she has a big heart. And
you're playing to type. Seen this before. No. A lot of you may recall, you would have last seen Alyssa in our production of Little Women at Jarman, and so you were a very matriarch character there as well.
Yes. But something I think that I really love about Hannah is how much of like a family-oriented person she is, and she really cares about the people who work at the grill, the people who live in Gilead, because she's lost pretty much all of her family, so they kind of become her family.
So it makes sense. Our characters here, we're seeing a connection, a similarity. I'm trying to remember, Addie, you were in Dream House. Mm-hmm. That was been your last show, right?
Yeah, that would have been my last show.
So you did two bits in that. Otherwise, people probably remember you from 12 Angry Jurors.
12 Angry Jurors and Little Women.
And Little Women, that's right. You were in Little
Yeah.
Women too.
Yeah.
Too many women in Little Women to keep track of everybody. So this is looking at the majority of shows that the theater has done. This is kind of a departure, I think, for us. Much more contemporary.
Much more contemporary. After just coming off Little Women last year, Jarman, big musical, big space. We really wanted to do something much more intimate.
Right.
And this show lends itself to that. I really encourage you. First of all, like you said, it is a departure. It's more contemporary. It is a lesser known work. So I would say this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity for this area to see it. So if you miss it, it's gone.
It probably it's not a show that you're going to see again anytime soon around here.
Right, because people just don't know about it.
Yeah, I don't even recall hearing about the movie, and I usually pay attention to what Sundance and the independent film festivals pick up.
Right. But it does lend itself to that, like we said, intimate kind of space and storytelling. Much more different than Little Women. If you come see this show, it's going to feel like the characters are singing directly to you. That's how intimate this experience is.
When I read the play, when the scripts came in, I thought, this is perfect for our space.
Yep.
Of course, we are not in Jarman. We've mentioned Jarman several times because, of course, that's where Little Women was. So Spitfire Grill is in the main stage, which is our black box theater in CSTAC. So many of you, of course, have come. That's where the bulk of our performances are. Now, you have mentioned before that this is one of your favorite shows. It
is. And
so what's the reasoning behind that?
I have just always loved the music. I've loved the music since I was in college. I find a lot of it to be very singable, and it's just a joy to listen to. The style is very much in that kind of Americana folk. So in terms of the instrumentation you're going to hear, it's very it's a lot of strings, a lot of guitars, accordion,
acoustic.
Yes, very very acoustic. And so I just fell in love with that sound. It feels very homegrown and organic.
Right. Now, how about you, ladies? Addie, what was your first impression when you first got to read the script, hear the story? What were you thinking?
Oh, I absolutely love it. Growing up, my family already comes from Appalachia, so it's very much like it's taking me back to my roots for sure.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to the music. I've grown up around like very folky country music, so it just feels very nostalgic to me. The whole show. I love it.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know you were from the mountains. Alyssa, how about you?
I wasn't familiar with this show beforehand, and so I didn't really know what to expect. And then I spent a lot of time listening to the cast recording to kind of get a feel for what the show was. And I automatically was just like, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful soundtrack. And so getting to perform it and, kind of do something different that I'm not used to doing in terms of, like singing. I don't really sing kind of folky music. So it's been really fun to explore that.
Now, and you are not a theater major.
I'm not, no.
What is your major?
I am a secondary math education major.
Rather a different, totally different genre there.
Yes.
So is theater just, you just enjoy it? Why theater?
So I grew up doing a lot of theater. I'm from a Richmond area, so I did a lot of character works theater shows. And it was just something that I always did kind of as an extracurricular, and I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
And so I know that I have a passion for theater and musical theater, but then I also really love math and wanting to teach and help students. So what's great about Longwood is that I've been able to pursue both, because I know there are some schools where you can't be anything in the theater program unless you're a major. So I've been really lucky that I get to do both.
Yes, I was going to say, Chris, that's actually something really special about this production in particular is half the cast are non-majors. So these are going to be brand new faces to our audiences. And it really shows the talent, not just that our program and our department has, but the whole university. It really is showcasing, the university at large is full of hyper-talented people.
And we are seeing over the last couple of years more of that in the theater program. Students from outside of the theater program are becoming much more interested in being involved in the shows, and it really, I think, adds a great dynamic. I think it's great for the theater kids because you're getting to work with people who are outside of what you're wanting to do as a profession. And then, like what you're just mentioning, Alyssa, in your case, it's something you just enjoy, and so it gives you the opportunity to do it. The theater as a major is one of the hardest, and to do theater and mathematics, my mind is reeling. Because if it wasn't for a high school math teacher, I'd have never gotten through calculus, let me tell you what. Calculus. Algebra and trig, that's logical. Calculus is not logical. But don't write in if you're a math teacher. Okay. Those days are past for me. But the fact that so many of the students are able to do that, and that the theater program is growing in its number of students, is putting so much more into its productions, that students outside of the program are wanting to be part of it just for the sheer fun and enjoyment. I think that speaks volumes to the program.
Yes,
itself.
I would say so too. Yeah, I mean, we had well over 30 students audition for 7 roles, which is,
That's great.
It's pretty great. And again, for kind of the trajectory that we're on in terms of growing the program, and growing our productions. It's a special thing. Yeah,
and there's a lot going on. Not only, have we had, because this is your second year.
Yes.
So we have some new faculty who are bringing new ideas and new shows like this to our program. We had a large freshman group, so a lot of new faces and new students as part of the program. The students from outside who are coming in, and even our space. As many of you have been in CSTAC for years, knew what would have been considered the lobby was an art gallery, and so nothing could really be done. And that exhibit has now been moved, and theater now has a lobby space that we are building on to. So another thing you should come and see and explore. We're continuing to expand on these things. We're talking about rearranging perhaps the layout in the main stage, so you're constantly getting different perspectives and different angles from different performances. It's great to see the program expand and better itself, especially for the students, because it gives you guys more opportunities then in something different. And I assume it does the same for you as a director, because depending on the layout, whether it's thrust or in the round or alley, you have got to think of a differently style of blocking and layout, and even
Correct.
Set design. Everything changes.
Correct. Everything changes depending on that configuration, and even from this year to last year. I mean, as far as the main floorboard, we're still in a thrust configuration, but this year we've added a turntable for the first half of the season. So, our sets are spinning this fall semester, which adds a whole other element to things.
I'm really curious. There's the two things that I am really curious to experience when I get a chance to see the show is the fact that I'm curious how you're going to use the round table, because all I did was read the show. So I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do this with the design that Professor Chapman has come up, the way you have blocked the actors. And also, I have specifically not listened to the soundtrack recording.
Oh, you're in for it.
Because I want that impact of these songs, having read the play, understanding the storyline. And I have to say, folks, it is a really brilliant storyline. I want to go back and find the movie, but I don't want to watch the movie till I see the show.
And as a caveat there, just know the ending of the movie is different than the ending of the musical. And I won't reveal much more on that other than they did a direct adaptation and kept the ending from the movie, and audiences were not happy.
Didn't like it.
So the musical folks were like, okay, then we're going to change the ending.
And that happens, I think, more than audiences realize.
Constantly.
Yet they do these early tours before they get to Broadway, and that's when all the changes happen. So fantastic. The show opens... Wow.
November 19th.
November just 19th. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks
from tomorrow. And I can tell you, because looked this morning, tickets for the performance are about half sold. So there's only about half of the seats left. And it is less than 90 seats a performance. So it's not a big space. So we definitely urge you to get your tickets ahead of time. You can easily do that. You can head on to campus if you want to take a nice stroll onto campus and go to the box office, which is in the new Big Joan Perry Brock, the big new arena there. That box office is open. They've changed their hours. It's 11 to 4. Used to be 10 to 4, but it's 11 to 4. And get your ticket in person, or, of course, you can go online, longwood.edu/box office, and just follow the ticket link. It'll take you in. If you've never bought tickets before, you will have to set up an account. That's not us. That's the ticket company. But there's no additional charges or everything. The ticket price is the ticket price. $15 for general public, $10 for faculty, staff, and for students from other schools. So if you don't go to Longwood, go to another school, you just present your ID at the box office and you can get that discounted price, or $8 for Longwood students. So fantastic. Looking forward to this. I'm trying to think. I mean, jurors, because it was the mixed cast from the original 12 Angry Men that we know, is somewhat of a contemporary touch.
Yes.
But the show isn't, in essence, contemporary.
Right.
It's a timeless story.
The text is, yes.
So I'm trying to think of a contemporary play. And quickly in my head, I cannot.
Yes, I mean the previous one, Revolutionists,
Well,
was written more contemporary, but it doesn't necessarily always feel that way because it's like a historical piece.
You're right. You're set in that French Revolution,
Right.
and that's kind of what I mean. Some of them
Right.
may be meant to be set contemporary, but the story is not a contemporary story.
Correct.
This is the first in a long time we've done that, so I think this will be a wonderful surprise for the audiences. Now, we don't want to give too much away, obviously, but what was your greatest takeaway from now working on this show? How do you think you have grown, Alyssa?
I think that, from the very beginning, Professor Parrott was always talking about how this show is very intimate. It should feel like, people are just sitting with family, that the space that the audience is coming into feels very lived in.
Mm-hmm.
And so something that I've taken away as a performer is kind of getting to perform the show, especially once we have audiences and a crew watch, getting to perform that space with being like, everyone here is family. And so telling that story in a way that it's not strangers, it's, telling people and especially because this story is so personal for a lot of the characters, being able to have that safe space where it's like, okay, like y'all are family, we can tell like how it is.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's happened through rehearsals, that you as a group of actors have become closer because of the story?
Mm-hmm. I think also because it's so many new people and non-majors, we weren't kind of sure what to expect of, people who have been in shows before. But we all get along super well. Like, we kind of just clicked, and it definitely does feel like a family.
That's wonderful. Addie, what about you? What was your big takeaway from this?
I would say the biggest thing that I've taken away from my character, Percy, so much of the story is her accepting herself for who she is, finding herself where she's at, and forgiving herself for things that have happened throughout her life that she had no control over. So I think being able to drop into that, and then in turn, I'm applying it to myself too. So it's almost healing in its own sense. It's great.
See, that's wonderful when a piece of literature, whether it's a play, a poem, a book, can make that connection.
Right.
It's like you had this thought that you thought was only in your own head, and all of a sudden, from the darkness, someone has reached out and taken your hand and shared that experience with you. And I think with the storyline and what I'm getting from y'all, that the audience will get that feeling coming to see this show.
I think so. I hope so. We're getting to the point where, where we're running, the acts numerous times. We're going to run the whole thing for the first time, Acts 1 and Act 2 tonight. And it's already getting to where, one of us ends up crying at some point during
Bring your tissues, folks.
Yes,
Bring your tissues.
Yes, it can be a tearjerker. So we're already feeling it. So
Yeah.
I hope the audience can feel that as well.
Yeah, and that is one of the wonderful things about the theater. I mean, to me, and I don't know anybody who cannot go to a performance, whether it's a show that has serious aspects to it, whether it's even just a comedy and it's tears of laughter because there's a pressure release or whatever. The connection that theater makes as an art form is amazing. It truly is amazing. And I think this is a show for people who maybe have never really experienced that. This may be the first for them.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Well, now, Todd, let's wrap up with you. You talked about how this is one of your favorite shows. Now you love the music. And, of course, now you've had a chance to direct it. So finally, that coming to fruition, what was the big takeaway from this production for you?
Yeah, I think the big takeaway for me is, again, I came to this show through the music, right, and then became more familiar with the story and the text of the book itself, through that. So I already knew that I loved the music, and so I obviously enjoy listening to it every night with this incredible cast singing it. But there's so much symbolism in this that now that we're really starting to explore the text together, the actors are doing an excellent job of bringing all this connective tissue to the play that I originally didn't see was there until I heard them bring it alive, and I'm like, oh, I was like, you hear this connection right here. That's why this scene follows this next one, is because you're leading into that, right? Or, do you know why you two are bonded in that way? It's because of this and this, right? And that's because of their interpretation of what they're bringing out of it, right? It's the other thing I love about theater is there's great worth to literature on the page, whether it's a score or a script or whatever. But theater and musical theater, it has to be brought to life for it to be fully realized and understood.
Yeah.
And so I feel very lucky and privileged to be seeing it brought to life with this incredible ensemble. And now, I'm making new discoveries every day, even as the director of, oh, this is what this play means. Oh, this is what this play means.
Yeah.
And that's that can only be done through the actual act of theater.
Yeah, because you can't take on a role without a piece of you feeling in that character. It goes back to what you were saying of how playing this character, Addie, is helping you to grow. That's what I love from and what I miss from doing theater is for a little while you become someone else to maybe about 90%.
Yes.
But there's always you in there. People shouldn't see it, but you've got to be in there.
I worked with a Russian teacher and director once who would always say, "You must be you and not you," and that gets
so Russian,
right? And that gets exactly what you're talking about,
yeah.
Right? It's that Venn diagram overlap,
right?
And I do think that's what makes theater so special and so accessible and so relatable and so moving, because all the work is personal.
Yeah, and we connect as humans. No man is an island. Right. So again, a reminder: we open 2 weeks from tomorrow, the 19th of November. Shows are 7 p.m. the 19th, 20th, 21st, and Saturday the 22nd, and then a 2 p.m. matinee on 19, 20, 20, 22. Yes, and a 2 p.m. matinee on the 23rd. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I had to do that all from my brain, which is pretty good because I haven't had coffee yet. So get your tickets now. Again, longwood.edu/box office. Follow the ticket link, or you can go to the JPB from 11 to 4. Get your tickets in person. We look forward to seeing you all perform. We look forward to seeing you in the audience. It's great to see the program grow, and part of that is thanks to people coming to see these shows and then telling everybody how great the kids do. You guys really surprised me constantly. Constantly.
Thank you.
I have said before, the best part is watching you grow over the 4 years that you are there and seeing when you come in and what you do on the stage as a freshman versus as a senior. It's so great. And I don't even teach y'all, but it's just great to see it. So I will turn it back over to the guys. They will be back with you and take your calls here on Call Flow. We look to see you in 2 weeks at Longwood Theatre.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
WFLO, AM 870. We're streaming online, WFLO.net. This is the Call Flow Radio Show. We're at the bottom of the hour. We want to thank the Longwood Theatre, Chris Brochon, interviewing the guest this morning and telling you all about that event. It's a musical that's it's based on the 90s film, The Spitfire Grill, and we have that in our calendar to read, so we will do that up until showtime. All right, so bottom of the hour, we need to take care of a few things. Weather, obviously. We'll do that right now. Weather being brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading, located 2113 Cumberland Road, Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
And for today, we have for you sunny skies, a high near 67 and a west wind 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 36. Calm wind becoming southwest around 5 miles per hour after midnight. And then Wednesday, areas of frost before 7 a.m., otherwise sunny with a high near 72. Southwest wind 7 to 16 miles per hour, gust as high as 28. Clear Wednesday night with a low around 45. Southwest wind 5 to 11 miles per hour, becoming northwest after midnight. And then Thursday, sunny, a high near 63. North wind around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm in the afternoon. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 36. Humidity is 70%. Winds are calm. Barometer 30.33 here in Farmville. Right now we've got sunny skies 49. Weather brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading. Call 434-392-6010. Birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
All right, with those birthdays, possible anniversaries for today, Tuesday, November 4th, I present to you... It's not Noah Massage anymore.
Good morning. It's Paul Barlow with you.
Paul Barlow.
Yeah, it was really nice chatting up Chris Brochon.
You had
too.
never met him before.
No, I
heard him
have
before.
not. Right.
You've heard his show on
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Really nice guy.
Yep.
Folks. All right. So today, November 4th, we have Shannon Harrison and Todd Burgess. Mm-hmm. And we have an anniversary of Robert and Alexis Motley.
All right.
Yeah, so happy birthday and anniversary to everyone. And if you wish, you can send those to us via smoke signal. You can tap on the building in Morse code, or you can get on our website, WFLO.net, or give us a call at 434-394-0924.
Sounds good. The birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it is not right, we will make it right. Call 434-392-2802. And with that, phone lines are open now if you'd like to call us. 434-394-0924. Typical situation, when the phones are ringing, we can't get to them.
Yes,
And
right.
when we can get to them, the phone's not ringing.
They've been lighting up, folks.
But-
tell you.
If it happens to ring now, we will answer it. We had the interview, obviously, that sort of kept us from doing that.
Right.
So here we go.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. It's like they were listening or something like that. First caller of the day. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
All right, good morning.
Good morning,
How are
Henry.
you all?
Hey,
All right, how are
okay,
you?
Henry.
Yeah, good. I'm all right. I hope. You know what to say about hope.
What's that?
I don't know. I thought you knew. Anyway, man told me that his neighbor, a man told me that what he told his neighbor, they were having some discrepancies, and man told his neighbor, if I had a dog as ugly as you are, I'd shave his behind and teach him to walk backwards.
Right.
You know, that's what did you answer back when he said that to you?
And I didn't.
Oh, yeah. That bird said it all, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, the bird sat on the commode because it was a stool pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know about the gallop pole
What's that?
in horse racing, you know, the gallop pole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Secretariat, probably the greatest racehorse ever.
That's what they say.
Yeah, but then they took away some of his prizes, though. Some of his wins they took away. Do you know why?
No, why?
They were based on race.
Aha. I thought maybe he was cheating, but guess not.
I had you going there for a minute.
Yes, you
didn't I?
did.
I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on this pole. So how tall was the pole?
Well, they used it for firewood, so it didn't stay cold very long.
There you go.
Okay.
Anyway, in the wild game preserve, that's what they used to call them, the wild game preserve.
Mm-hmm.
They gave the game warden was walking out through the wild game preserve, and he ran with a bear behind.
Mm.
That's kind of grisly, isn't it?
I would think so, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all had a busy morning.
We did. We had the Longwood Theatre in discussing the new musical they're going to be performing, and Chris Brochon was leading that. So, yeah, that kind of kept us from answering the phones for first half hour, roughly.
Yeah, right.
But we got you
Hey,
through,
you're-
Henry, so that all's good now.
On February the 7th,
Mm-hmm.
2008, the Lord showed me the scripture, Matthew 26, 25. No, 52. It was Matthew 26, verse 52.
Mm-hmm.
It said, put up again thy sword. And that word again stood up. So my hand began to write, put up again thy sword, for there'll be no again surgery. That's what went through me. Put up again thy sword,
Right.
for there'll be no more surgery.
Yeah.
And for that, that was done in the early day. But it went on to say after that there'll be no more surgery.
Mm-hmm.
For that done today will be sufficient. And so a little while later, I felt an urge to call Pastor Richard Long
Mm-hmm.
over near Arvonia
Right.
and tell him about this. That was at 6:45 in the morning. he called me at 8 o'clock at night and said he'd gotten a call, and it was for a Mr. Snyder. And the Reverend said he had gotten a call during the day asking him come to the University of Virginia Hospital. So he went up there. The hospital did check on Mr. Snyder, and they found that they had already sent him home. For Jesus had apparently seen Mr. Snyder earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a shock because he had surgery and then they sent him home.
Right.
But anyway, the Reverend was obedient. So maybe we should all be that obedient.
Yeah.
You know, well, the election is over.
Is it? I think it's still going on.
No, I still have to vote this afternoon.
Yeah, I do too.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will.
And we still need to pray for America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, fellas.
All right, thank you, Henry.
All right, Henry, have a great day.
Thank you. Hope to talk to you in a minute tomorrow.
Hope so.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Henry. All right, Henry Fulcher checking in this morning.
So are you getting used to the daylight savings?
Yeah, just in time for it to change right back again.
I had to run over to the Dillon Town Hall yesterday and change the time on the town bells. Right next to your dad's office.
The one that chimes every so often. Okay.
Right, because I programmed it to chime the national anthem at noon every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it sort of fired off at 11 yesterday.
All right.
And people actually call and say, hey, you know, the clock is off.
They call you?
No, they call the town hall.
Ah.
So it's very important to the residents of Dillon that thing gets squared away.
For the ones that don't wear watches, yes.
Yeah, well, they're just used to hearing it go off. Maybe that's their coffee time or their
Could
lunchtime.
be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the hardest thing is now I got to change all the clocks in all my cars because they're an hour off. You know, and then it's the twice a year trying to figure out how in the heck to change the time in these older cars. Yeah.
Well, I was looking while Henry was talking. I was curious as to what was going on this day, November 4th. I see where Walter Cronkite was born on this day.
Oh, okay.
Among other names I'll mention here in a bit. So let's take our next caller and say good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
And there was another celebrity that was born on this date.
Not Will Rogers, was it?
No.
Because he was.
Our dear Francis Eugene Wood.
Ah, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And, Paul, tell me, is today Delbert McClinton's birthday, or was it yesterday?
It was. I thought it was yesterday. Is it today?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, no. It is today. I mentioned that tomorrow is his birthday, which is today now.
I thought maybe that was the case.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's 84.
Yeah, I know, right?
Going strong.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I would love? If you would play Maybe Someday Baby somewhere in the show today if you get a chance.
Okay.
I love that. That's my favorite of the ones he did. You know, he performed down in Crew one year.
Oh, okay. He's been performing on cruise ships lately. I don't know if he's still doing that or not.
I'm talking about Crew, Virginia.
Yes, I know. And I'm talking about cruise ships.
I got you.
You ever took a cruise to Crew?
No.
Oh.
With some of this rain we've had, you would think you could.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got 3 birthdays that are coming up tomorrow. Would you prefer me to email them to you, or do you want to take them down now, or what is your preference?
I have a pen in hand, so shoot.
Bang. I couldn't resist that one. Now, we want to talk about the laugh from yesterday.
Hey,
you made my
come
day.
on. Did you hear that I dedicated Tom Jones to you?
No, when did you do that?
Right after you called. About a half hour after you called, I played She's a Lady, and I dedicated it to my biggest fan, Betty.
I'm so sorry, I missed it.
Oh, okay. Next time.
Most people don't refer to me that way.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Well, what do they...
Don't even go there.
Okay, all right.
We'll have some more comments that shouldn't be aired if you go there.
Oh,
anyway.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Get in line.
Birthdays, yeah. Don't get me laughing again. I had tears when I was probably drying my eyes.
All right. That's all water under the bridge now, Betty. Let's just move on, shall we?
Let's do. We're both going to be in big trouble. The birthday's for tomorrow.
Okay.
Betty Jenkins of Burkeville.
Okay.
Donna Browning of Rice.
Got it.
And Marshall Thaxton of Statewide Realty, the best real estate company around.
Marshall, what's his last name?
Thaxton. Thackston.
Got it.
All right. Thank you very large. And I will definitely be listening for Delbert.
Okay, all right. Let me see.
Tom. I love Tom Jones. My late husband and I and part of the radio station staff went to Richmond to hear Tom Jones perform one time. And among us was Lucille Simpson Campbell. And for some odd reason, Tom had an empty Campbell soup can there on the piano. And I don't know whether he knew what it was there for or not, but he picked it up and made reference to it. And Lucille Campbell had a fit because her name was Campbell, and he picked up the Campbell soup can. I will
Tip jar,
never
I think.
forget.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, right?
Not unusual
So,
to put
okay.
a tip in my jar.
Okay, just as long as this story doesn't involve certain things being thrown up on stage.
No.
Well, we can
I
say
leave that to you.
we can say room keys, or that's about it.
You're going to get us in trouble sooner or later. I stay in trouble. Anyway.
Where was that performance?
You know, I was trying to remember, and it's been so long ago, I don't think it was at the mosque. You know, that was back in the day was when it was the mosque, but I can't really remember where it was, but I remember we had seats way back, but the whole group heard Lucille Banner Campbell squeal when he picked up that Campbell soup can and said something about it.
Oh, boy.
But I can't remember where that was.
Okay.
You know, my memory is kind of short-term.
Well, you
I
can
remember
definitely.
the soup can, but that's about it.
Well, you can definitely remember everything that happened yesterday. That's for sure.
Well, some of it we should forget, shouldn't we?
Okay.
She's a lady. I'm so sorry I missed that.
Okay, next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to dig up this Delbert song for you.
It's not one of the most popular ones, but I like it the best.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Oh.
And I'm going to let somebody else ratchet y'all on here for a little while.
All right, Betty.
Okay, Betty. Well, thanks for calling.
And thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too, dear. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I was looking elsewhere. Will Rogers was born on this day, and someone else Someone else. If I play this...
Art Carney?
No.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Born on this day, 1969, 55. You can hear him on Wednesday afternoons.
All right.
If you listen to the show.
You know, I saw him on Rogan's podcast.
Okay.
And back in 2011, he had done, by then, like 4 or 5 movies. And he was typecast as the guy who was walking on the beach with his shirt off.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get any other roles. So he actually took a 2-year hiatus.
Yeah.
And lived in a camper for 2 years.
Right.
In this tiny camper. And I always thought that was really neat because we used to go camping with our kids for like a week, and we thought that was long. But for 2 years, he was in this small camper with 1 frying pan, 2 pairs of socks. You know, he just didn't have room for much of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Grace and I moved to the county, we had to build our house, and we had a shed delivered, and we insulated it and lived in that with a 1930s Mealmaster wood cook oven for heat. And so I can totally understand what he went through. Porta potty, way to porta potty.
Mm-hmm.
And Grace was the greatest sport about it. She really was.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
How much time do we have? I got a little while, so give us a call if you'd like. Phone lines are open, 434-394-0924. I'm looking at another celebrity birthday.
Kathy Griffin?
Who's not funny looking maybe, but...
the Botox queen?
Yikes. And she turns 65 today.
She looks like an alien now. You know, that Botox, I mean... I think people start out small with it, just a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
And then they get used to looking at themselves in the mirror, but then they go back and get more and more. And for people who haven't seen them for a couple years, you see them and it's like, wow.
I can't honestly say I've ever seen anyone that does anything with their face ever look better than what they did.
Right. Just age gracefully.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of like way back people having something done to their nose or something like that, and now if you didn't really know who they were at the time, if they weren't as popular, you really didn't know that they had something like Dean Martin supposedly had nose,
or the girl in Dirty Dancing.
Now that one though is different because she looks nothing like she used to now.
She looks nothing.
Yeah.
And she was pretty, I thought.
And she was in already by that point. I mean, she did this after Dirty Dancing. She did it after Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which are the 2 movies I know her for the most. She was also in Red Dawn, the original Red Dawn.
Yes, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
and now you see her, and it's like, what?
Well, and I think that was a problem because no one recognized her.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't look bad either way, but she obviously doesn't look the same.
I think she had more looks recognition than acting recognition, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe so.
And she actually got Charlie Sheen his start in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Well, because they were both in Red Dawn.
Okay.
Because Charlie Sheen played Patrick Swayze's younger brother.
Oh, that's right.
And so they knew each other from that movie.
Right.
And so when Zemeckis who did Ferris Bueller?
Oh, boy. We should know.
John Hughes, maybe?
Yes.
And so when he was asking, about who should we get, I think she suggested, how about my friend Charlie Sheen?
Right.
Who I just did Red Dawn with.
Yeah.
So.
Right. She actually went out on a limb to get him that shot, and he showed up like an hour and a half late. And John Hughes looked at him and said, "Okay, you're here. Let's start."
And so the other interesting thing about Ferris Bueller, I did not realize her and Matthew Broderick were dating at the time they made that film. They're playing brother and sister in that movie.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Wow.
The things that you discover.
Oh, man. Okay.
And supposedly her and Patrick Swayze did not get along making Dirty Dancing. I've read that too.
Oh, okay.
Which makes for interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. You just never know.
Wow.
If these things are even true, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so again, 434-394-0924. So we talked about Delbert McClinton, 85 today.
Yeah. Loretta Swit from MASH.
I got to meet her. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us.
Yeah, she died last year, I think. Yeah.
I got to meet her. She's a real nice lady. Still watch MASH. MASH comes on even to this day. It still comes on.
I love MASH.
Yeah. Now, here's my question whenever MASH comes up. Which part of MASH do you prefer, the earlier episodes with Blake or the later episodes with Harry Potter?
You know, that's funny you say that.
Harry Potter, you know what I mean? Colonel Potter. Colonel Potter.
Right. Some episodes with Winchester and Colonel Potter are classic.
Oh, I love them.
But I prefer the vibe of the first two seasons.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just more ruffians.
I thought they were. Those episodes weren't as preachy, and a lot of it is more of a kind of slapstick kind of comedy, if you want to call it that.
Right, but they had this attitude like we were drafted and we don't care.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And then Klinger first came in there.
But yeah, you're right. Charles Emerson Winchester III and Colonel Potter make for great comedy.
Oh yeah, totally. But then again, though, McLean Stevenson, brilliant comedian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always like to ask that because it's sort of like Elvis, or somebody like that. Do you prefer the earlier Elvis or do you prefer the later Elvis?
Well, you see, sometimes an episode will come on and I'll say, and it'll be like the later seasons. And it's like, oh my gosh, I love this one.
Yeah.
But then other ones come on, and it's like, let's watch season 1.
Yeah, I love it when Charles he's having these back issues, and they get these other doctors of foreign descent to do the acupuncture. And he's like, no way. And Potter's basically like, you will, up Moby, all this other stuff. Yeah, yeah, Potter was always funny because he would say stuff like cow cookies, meadow muffins, and all that sort of stuff.
Right, yeah,
always thought that was funny, but anyway.
He was old school Army.
Oh, yes.
Cavalry.
It's funny, if you watched all those shows, he actually appears before he got the role of Potter. He played like a crazy general.
Yes, right.
Or a loony general.
Yeah, right. And that's funny. We were talking about Bewitched, how they swapped out the Darrens.
Right.
And, that was odd back then because he was a memorable character in the first time that you saw him being that crazy general.
But that happened.
But then he came back as a colonel.
Right.
Yeah.
Potter, who was way more calm.
Oh, yeah, right.
Very military.
Right, so we're just supposed to forget, I guess.
Well, I think that
or the acting pool was shallow.
Well, actually, I think a lot of times what it is that production company had these actors, and so it was like, we've already got this person signed, why don't we use them?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I also think the way TV used to be, I mean, it wasn't like now where you can watch these episodes over and over and over. It's almost like if you didn't catch it the first time, it was a slim chance you'd see it again unless you caught it like before the fall season or whatever, it would kick back around and they'd show like maybe some of the episodes from that previous season.
Right.
So, unless you caught something at the time, you had to be in front of the TV back in those days.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, you missed it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't this lounging around and
on demand,
binging what they and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
You only got to see one episode.
We
are it.
We are a binging society.
But I was going to say that it's similar to a Gunsmoke. Ken Curtis, who played Festus, showed up as other characters before he got the role of Festus. If you watch,
so that's common.
It was a common thing, I think, and it probably still is to a degree. I guess if shows stay on long enough, I don't know if they stay on as long as they used to.
Right.
But. Who knows? Okay. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock, so I guess we can mosey on. You're coming on next, right, Paul?
Yes, sir.
All right.
WFLO